Good morning, America.
Whoa.
Particularly you in Belgium. I wish I could speak your language.
It's just Dutch, I think.
It's Dutch? Do you know Dutch?
No, but you know who does? Rick Balzenberger from Misprint.
We should have him like do something for us or like tell us what to say.
We should do his ad in Dutch.
I won't do that one then. That'll be yours.
I can't believe we're only one episode away from the end of season 2.
We need a break. Season 2.
John, we need a break from each other.
Yeah.
John's like, we need a break.
I'm sick of these three.
Everybody needs a little time away.
That's it.
Chicago.
Thank you.
I love that song.
It's a great song.
It's a good 70s, 80s.
That's
I heard
80s.
her say,
Agreed. Agreed.
Man, I didn't realize John had such a good voice until just
it's
now.
angelic.
It
is.
It's right up there with Tom's.
It is. We should form a super group, John.
A super group like Chicago.
We'll travel the countryside
Traveling
in a bus.
Wilburys.
Yeah,
Super
I agree.
group.
The new in sync.
A lockpod bus. So the next episodes are our season finale.
You got it, John.
Whoa.
John's
right.
like, really?
That's right.
Thank God.
Are we doing anything fun?
Why do we?
Oh,
No,
okay.
just normal shit.
Normal
Season
Tuesday.
finale.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening.
23 episodes.
Why are we doing
23?
We're
23?
gonna just
Michael Jordan.
fizzle
of course.
out.
Ryan Sandberg.
Ryan freaking Sandberg.
Ooh.
And
What?
is it the 23rd Tuesday?
Yes.
Oh. 23 on 23.
Of
What?
course. We had to go. And it's right before Easter, which is convenient.
It's an Easter break, John. Everyone's getting spring break.
Kids
They're
get
taking
Easter
a
break.
break
What
for
can't we get?
Jesus.
We need a break, the three of us. I need to get the
Cheese
hell
and
away
rice.
from the three of you guys.
All right, it's time.
Especially when you say good morning, America, especially those in Belgium.
Yeah, like
they're in America too.
Yeah.
Especially those in the Belgian part of America.
You know, I'm experimenting
Only
with my
Americans
open.
in Belgium.
I'm experimenting with my
I've
open.
noticed that, Tom, and I appreciate that.
I like
Thank
it
you.
too.
You
I figured by
mix it up.
season 3, I'm going to have it down pat.
We'll see if we can get out of welcoming Belgium. We don't even
like
know if
Belgium.
they're still listening.
They are. We got to get some stats, man.
Yeah, we got to
Alright,
pull up
John.
those stats. Are we
I think
still popular in
honestly, I
Belgium?
think the four of us just talk to each other. I don't think anybody else listens.
These are the to-do items for season 3.
Yeah.
If you're actually listening, like, comment helicopter in the comments so we can make sure that people are actually paying attention.
Well, Lindsay, before you do your spiel, I want to mention a little after 8:15, we're going to have a guest on today.
Boom.
Laura Bates is going to be on from Challenger Learning Center, and she's
Laura.
going to talk about space,
I'm going to talk to her about
the
music.
final frontier.
I'm going to talk to her about music. I'm putting her on notice.
All right,
Nice.
I see she's a big fish head.
fish head.
Which
That's
and
the rumor.
I'm sort of like a dead head. And
Oh,
I
well
think
then we have a
that
fish. It'll be
heads-
like a battle of the
they're
jam
both like-
bands.
they're both like, I've never been to a fish show, by the way, and I think I should change that this year. I'm going to go to like 20 concerts this summer.
I want to ask her how many she's gone to, because another fish head I know, Matt Lee, the coach of the Munster swim team, he like has gone to like dozens. It's kind of like you go to dead shows. You've probably been to 20,
Not that many.
15.
Yeah.
All right.
But like I was supposed to go to 2 of them last year and it got canceled, but this year I'm going to make it up because they're coming to Wrigley twice and I'm
You're
thinking
going to
about,
both.
I'm thinking about going to California.
Wow,
Check
that'd be
them
fun
out.
to see him in
Yeah.
San Francisco area.
I'm sure that
Those shows have got to be good.
I'm thinking about Colorado or Cali. Cali probably makes more sense.
Go to
since I
the
have
Red
family.
Rocks in Denver. Oh,
They do
Colorado.
the final show there.
Just go everywhere. Just travel with them this summer.
I want to go
Why
to the
not?
Red
Just go.
Rocks.
Why not?
You're not getting any younger.
I know. Like it's
If
time.
you're going to do Summer with the Dead,
I should get one of those funny vans.
I'd love it. Like a
Nice.
microbus.
Right.
They're coming out with those again.
The Vanagon.
The Vanagon would be great.
A 1985 Vanagon.
All right, Lindsay, do it. Spiel it.
There's at least 7 people listening. So
Thank goodness.
According to the comments.
Helicopters. 7 helicopters.
Because we just have
that means move on anyways.
we just have a bunch of
There you
bots.
go.
Our
It's
numbers
true.
are purely bots.
We hired bots.
We pay people to like act like we have an audience, but we don't.
A
It's
bot
just-
farm in Asia.
we just sit there between the four of us and talk.
That's
Yeah.
it. We
With
just
no
we're,
audience.
we're just here in a room.
It's a show
I'm
about
okay with that,
nothing.
actually.
Apple Pod is it's all fiction, like Tinder,
Stitcher.
all that stuff.
We're on Tinder now?
Back
I
to
think so.
Tinder.
Yeah, I heard we're #1 show on Tinder.
Hey, should we start a TikTok channel?
Huh?
Should we start a TikTok channel?
I can teach you the dances.
I love TikTok.
Oh, it's
Really?
It's the best app ever made.
It's like soft porn. I mean,
What?
Excuse me. What
TikTok?
are you watching on TikTok?
the ones I watch are
Now
freaking
you
great.
know the algorithm learns.
It does.
So
Oh,
for Tom
yeah.
to say it's
Dude.
soft porn, that tells me something.
I get nothing but chicks dancing to Latin music.
That means you stop
Yeah.
on
Me
things.
too, Tom.
and it's awesome. Is that what you
I'm,
get?
Yes,
this is
man.
shocking.
I'm like, if I had that when I was a kid, I would have never left the bathroom.
I don't.
Oh,
I don't.
my.
This is wait, Lindsay. Can you start in, please? This
You're
is.
listening to Left of
TikTok
Center.
is
You're
awesome.
listening
TikTok
to. You're
is
listening to
amazing.
Left of Center, where we cover everything from
get
important
cats on
events.
mine.
Oh my gosh!
You get cats
Me
on-
too.
Cats dancing to
Thank
Latin
you.
music.
No, not
I do not get
dancing.
soft
I
porn.
get hot women dancing to Latin music.
All right.
and I
Or there's
enjoy
that
it.
new Bugs Bunny trend. Have you seen that one?
No,
Anyway.
he's too busy stopping on Latin.
I
No,
think
it has
dancing
to do with
music.
women.
I think I'm going to
Marissa's
retire at the end of the
Marissa walks
season.
by like, are you listening to Latin music? I'm
Just
like, yes.
TikTok.
Yes, Latin music.
Just TikTok.
Yeah.
You're listening to
Latin
Left of
music
Center, where we
in the
cover
bathroom.
everything from important events of the day in the Midwest and the nation, all while having way too much fun while doing it.
Having a blast.
of
If
us
you
are.
can't get enough of us, follow us on Facebook at Left of Center Podcast or on Twitter at LocPod, LOCPOD. And if you can't listen in live, you can download our episodes from the Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or iHeartRadio apps. Just search Left of Center and look for our red and blue logo. Do not forget to rate and subscribe on every single one of those platforms, please. And that's it. I was told to
Thanks,
stop
Lance.
there.
All right.
I was told to stop there. Dude, things that you're not supposed to say on the show. I was told to stop there.
Hey,
I see Latin. I see
is
Latin
key.
dance. Things you're not
That's
supposed to
true.
say in the show. My
Transparency.
TikTok feed is Latin dancers.
That's
I'm-
right.
you know what
It is
I'm-
Latin dancers. I thought that was all TikTok was, is Latin music. I don't even know why I don't get any. I'm sure there's TikTok to normal
I
English
get
songs.
stand-up comedians.
Really?
And
I get
cats.
Latin chicks dancing.
I'm with
And
you, Linz.
I
horror
love
film
my
stuff.
version way better than yours. If they
I
sent me
agree.
cats, I would never watch it. Latin chicks dancing? Hell yeah.
You're in.
I'm all over it.
Well, the algorithm is
Thank you.
very smart. China has all that.
The
data on you
algorithm
now.
knows what's up with me. Like when I'm
Apparently.
in the bathroom,
This is
I don't
want
wanna see cats, you know what I'm saying?
incredibly
I know exactly what
uncomfortable.
you mean.
I was going to drop a
Thank you to
tasteless
our
joke,
sponsor.
but I'm not
Helicopter.
going to go there.
Helicopter.
Try Electronics wants to be your complete communications provider. Try Electronics has been a leader in the industry for more than 55 years and can provide your business with end-to-end communication solutions. For more information, call Try Electronics today at 1-800-722-6793 or visit them at their website at try-electronics.com and tell them LockPod sent you.
I don't like this
To confuse
helicopter,
them.
for the record. Like we're on a good topic and we're laughing, and then somebody says helicopter, and we have to like move.
I
on.
didn't. I just
agree,
moved
Tom.
on my own.
Can we? I want to revisit this seriously for a second. This TikTok thing.
Agree, John.
Because
we're onto something here.
I have noticed in my feed sometimes some of these podcasts have a TikTok account.
We should
and
have one.
I agree because TikTok. I don't know if you guys know. It is like the best chances of going viral with
There you-
something.
all right, here
Really?
we go.
It's yeah. It's,
all videos
it's not
are
all
under a minute
corporatized.
long.
Do I have
stuff,
to
man,
dance if I do
corporatized.
TikTok?
I don't
Yes.
think it's
No,
all
no, no.
dancing.
It could just be clips
Because
of.
I'm a bad dancer.
I am too.
It could be clips, Tom,
I
of
wouldn't want to
you
see that.
with a different intro for 53 episodes.
Boom, 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 boom,
Right?
boom.
You know,
Yeah.
what's his face? John Ossoff in Florida. He
Georgia?
went Georgia. He went super viral on TikTok. That was
John, you know what?
cool
Maybe
to
this
watch.
is for Kyle the intern.
Might
Get
be
our
for Kyle
TikTok.
the intern.
Kyle,
Wait,
are you there?
81%.
We're getting our money's worth on that one.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Kyle just said.
Oh,
Kyle's in.
I didn't think there was. Is
I'm
there
in.
really a Kyle?
He listens.
I don't even
every-
think there's
No,
a real
these are
Kyle.
bots.
every
Remember?
day.
Yeah, I don't think Kyle's really there.
See,
These
that's
are-
the way bots work effectively. You say it, and then like boom, they show up.
Yes. Yeah.
I have a friend who went viral in a couple of months on TikTok. Kyle just said, "All right, we're
What's
up,
Kyle,
Kyle?
get on a TikTok account." Man.
Viral sounds good.
I
Unless
love
you're
viral.
viral
Yes.
on social
Okay.
media.
When Left of Center goes viral, I'm
Viral
a little
is
worried
bad.
about what it's going to be.
Not
That's right.
coronavirus viral.
So 90% in this poll say we should start a TikTok account.
All three of you.
I'll
there's-
teach you the
no.
dances, Dad. Don't worry.
33 people voted.
Wow,
Yes.
that's our bots are working today.
The bots
Yeah.
are kicking. Latitude Commercial is a full-service commercial real estate brokerage and property management firm specializing in northern Indiana and the Chicago suburbs. Local tenants and national developers have benefited from Latitude's experience in the commercial real estate market. When you select Latitude Commercial, you get Chicagoland expertise with worldwide marketing and networking ability. Whether you are a developer looking to sell, a tenant looking to expand, an investor looking to purchase, or an owner in need of property management services, Latitude can help. Contact Latitude at 219-864-0200 or at latitudeco.com so they can get to work for you.
The Ron J. Prestomer Insurance Agency has been located for decades right on Indianapolis Boulevard in Hammond, serving all your insurance needs. They specialize in a wide variety of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. The Prestomer Agency serves over 1,000 people and businesses all around Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron or Ronnie at 219-844-0103.
Challenger Learning Center. Check out a family-friendly spring break program at the Challenger Learning Center. Families are invited to celebrate spring break and the changing of the seasons by participating in a Guide Through the Night Sky planetarium show on March 31st at 10 a.m. or at 2 p.m. Guests will learn about the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun, and what celestial objects can be seen during the spring. For ticket and event information, visit clcnwi.com. I'll say it again, CLCNWI.com. That's Challenger Learning Center, NorthwestIndiana.com.
And we're going to have Laura in a little bit to talk
We
a little
are
going to
have Laura in a little bit.
So I know this is actually interesting. When we were pre-showing at True last night, you got some good news. Now this this tells you the reach of Lockpod, John. You're gonna love this
because we brought that restaurant under tremendous criticism, even though we're a sponsor of the show. We brought the full weight of Lockpod, and they felt the pressure. That's the ahi tuna, my favorite dish, is coming back.
You like the jelly too.
Oh boy,
I love True's ahi tuna and the
I like ahi
jalapeno jelly.
tuna too.
And Mike,
It's
the
coming
manager,
back.
said,
Delicious treat.
"I've got good news for you, Mayor Tom.
I know.
We've got tuna coming in."
Thank God. So my
There
dish,
you go.
They should call it the mayor's
being
dish.
The
shipped
full weight
right
of
now.
Lockpod has come down.
That's
on
right,
True
man.
Barbecue.
Don't
They
freaking
felt the
screw with
pressure.
Lockpod. That's the goddamn bottom line.
Speaking of not screwing with Lockpod,
They should name it after me though. Like seriously, I brought a one-person campaign.
Mayor Tom's ahi tuna.
Something along those lines. It doesn't,
doesn't
have
have
to
a
be
nice
exact.
ring
the
to it.
locomotives.
Locomotive ahi, something like
Yeah,
that.
there you go.
Locomotive ahi.
Loki ahi.
That might be the
Cobb
title
salad.
of the show.
Loco ahi.
Loco ahi.
Loco.
Well, we can work on this.
True's like, you know what? We'll come up with the name, but
Yeah.
you guys just come in and eat and pay for it.
Yeah.
But
They're
that's
are you
good
going to name
news.
it after me? They're like, no. No.
But we are going to have
Tom-
it.
You're
for
very
you.
Tuna.
divisive. Why would we do that? Do you want Mayor Tom's tuna? Hell no. I don't want Mayor
I'll tell you
Tom's
something
tuna.
that was not very divisive was your take on Luke Boehm last show.
That's interesting.
We got a lot of feedback on that from around the state.
I did too. I actually when I get down and I review the show, and I'm like, I constantly pat myself on the back. Like,
of course.
Good
but
job,
like,
Tom.
oh my God.
Another
So
great
good.
show. I
Another
just keep
great
getting
show
better.
about
So
Locomotive.
proud of you.
But I listened to that section on Luke, and I was a little bit I was like, damn, I was pretty rough on that guy. And
It's okay. We got insurance.
yeah, thank God, right, Kev? No, I mean, it wasn't defamatory. I wasn't worried about that. I think I was a little mean, but honestly, he deserved it because he just.
Well, I mean,
you don't
if-
take
if it-
$500 from somebody and screw them a week later. That's a dumb move.
If it's
political.
true that-
especially somebody like me that'll kick your ass after it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was interesting.
threat.
I got several texts about the comments that you made on the last show, and in fact, one of them is from a follower. I mean, it's got 22,000 people that follow him on Twitter.
And by the way, they're going to be a future guest.
Yeah, United Rural Democrats.
Right.
John and I were talking about them. They're big followers. They follow along. They've got this really good kind of like get out the vote in rural areas, which is where Democrats have been failing
Scarce.
miserably. Yeah,
Right.
so he's got a very interesting story. And
22,000 followers from
Yeah.
United Rural Democrats, and they're fans of the show, and we're fans of United Rural Democrats. I'm following them.
And he absolutely, and it's going to be an interesting show when they come on. But I do want to say this is that they came out and said they tweeted about this exact topic that you
About
brought
Luke?
up about Luke. Yeah, and it says just so it's known by the Indiana political world, the recently disgraced vice chair candidate attempted to forcibly make one of my underage organizers sign a contract with one of his campaigns.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He said he even got his partner at then he names his company to try and double team me. Then when I said maybe we should let him decide who he wants to help himself, the man threatened to smear the good name of a bright 17-year-old for not wanting to help his candidate. I don't give a damn who you are, how much power you have, even if it's pretend power. Nobody gets to treat my people like that. So that's interesting.
Only we get to treat our people like that.
That's right.
That's a famous
But
Animal House line.
Yeah.
right?
It sure is.
They can't treat our pledges like that. Only we can treat our pledges like that. But yeah, Luke, it seems like the floodgates have opened.
And I thought it was interesting that you kind of broke it as far as kind of on the air, but it's really been coming down. And it all has to do with kind of not telling what your resume was. He said he told you went to Princeton. I think you said 5 times he
Right.
said that to him. So I don't know. It's
You would
interesting.
think-
It's weird, but
You would think he would learn better at the fake Princeton than he did, you know?
yeah, Grand Canyon. Although
Grand Canyon.
by the way, I saw they made the tournament. Grand Canyon.
By the way, honestly,
Is that John, I thought they were online.
Aren't they an online university?
but like they're huge. Like I know, didn't they just hire one of the Drews?
Grand Canyon State, really?
Yeah, I
Wow.
think
I,
they
wonder
did.
if it's the same one that he alleges he
No,
went to.
it's out of Phoenix. I don't know. I mean, I'm not talking about Luke. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I heard Grand Canyon was making. They're like trying to build a huge program, like basketball program.
Well, they made the tournament.
I mean, could you virtually be part of their team?
Maybe.
Like,
I think I'm on it.
I scored 10 points last night.
Yeah, I had a huge triple-double last
Luke
night.
Boehm is on it.
Luke Boehm, starting center.
By the way, speaking of the tournament, who's the winner?
Mm.
Anybody?
I'm going with Grand Canyon. No, I'm gonna. I don't know shit about basketball, so like once I make this pick, I want everybody else to go quickly away from it.
I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Ohio State.
All right.
Whoa.
I know this
feel
is
good about Ohio
trendy,
State.
but my family pick was or my family pool. I picked Gonzaga. I mean, it's kind of easy. They were the number one.
Jeez.
But I
You
know.
I have some
Not
interesting
pretty boring.
facts about Ohio. I didn't pick them for a specific reason.
Okay.
Ohio
or Ohio State. I've got my
No,
Ohio
just
Bobcats
all of
t-shirt on.
Ohio. Okay,
Get a shot of
so
that.
here's some facts about Ohio. So
Number 13 seed upset.
the most presidents of any other state, the most astronauts of any other state, the most serial killers of any other state.
Really?
What?
So
How
there's
does that
something
mix?
about growing up in Ohio that makes people want to escape.
Didn't
Or
Kevin's
kill
wife
people.
Janet grew up in Ohio?
Bowling Green.
What?
Bowling Green, Ohio.
Jana?
She's
Yeah.
not to be trusted.
That's why I never.
Maybe
I
she's a
never
serial
mess with-
killer.
I never mess with Jana. Like this.
I'm gonna have to
She's
start
got-
sleeping
she's got
with
it.
one eye open.
She's got an edge.
Look out!
That's interesting. Most serial killers. I knew the presidents.
Like which ones?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
I knew. Really?
Wow.
Jeffrey Dahmer. I thought
Wait,
he was from Wisconsin.
Hold on. Let
Come
me,
on.
let me pull this
Fake
up.
Come on.
news.
This
Fact
is
check.
Lindsay
Fake news
facts.
alert.
Fake news.
I'm
Hey,
calling
I
you
mentioned
out.
this
I'm calling
earlier.
you
You
out.
said you should definitely mention
Because I
this
wanted
on
to
the
embarrass
show.
you on the
This
show.
has to be accurate.
Well,
How many serial killers are from Ohio? Let's see that. We don't know. All I see is one.
Yeah. Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer was from
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Yeah, he ate people in Wisconsin.
He did and put them in
Yeah.
his fridge.
delicious.
He only ate Wisconsin people.
And Chicago, Boys Town. I
Really?
think. Yeah.
He ate boys
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Chicago?
Yeah. Yep.
That's
Not
gross.
good. Not
That is
good.
They have. Man,
Man, this
doing
is like
Well, we're getting a little.
the
Yeah.
viewers are just
They're
like,
like, whoa.
waiting on the edge of their seat
All
for
right,
this
well,
one.
while you're pulling that up, I'm going to pick my.
Yes.
Okay, here's my pick.
All right. Here we go.
Michigan.
John,
the Wolverines.
Michigan. They got a big injury. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Now, wait
He's
a minute.
too late.
What- wait,
he's,
John,
he's already in.
And he's in Michigan.
Yeah, you
Wait,
got dang right.
I got
he's
one
in
other question
Michigan.
for you though. In the pool that you and I are both in, are you still on Wichita State?
What the hell, by
Yes.
the way?
You
How come
are.
I don't even get invited to
Okay,
these
John.
polls.
One.
This is some
Wait,
bullshit.
There's still spots.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah.
nobody even reaches
Okay,
out?
It's Jimmy Talon's pool, so
John, here
That's
you
it.
go.
I'm going to
Let's
let Jimmy Taylor know what's up.
put him on blast.
That's
John,
some bull crap
I've
right
got
there.
bad news for you.
What?
Wichita State is now out of the tournament as of last night.
The Shockers.
How did that happen? Are
They
you
lost.
serious?
They lost.
There was
They lost
games
to
In the
UCLA.
last
playing
night?
game. In the playing game.
I like the Shockers,
So
too.
John was going around yesterday. He's like, Wichita State. I was like, man, they better win tonight. They're out, John.
Jimmy, I'm changing
Yeah.
one of my picks.
Well, you got Drake.
It's nice of Jimmy to invite me. I appreciate that. You
Yeah.
know, I guess I'm
Whoa.
not.
Well,
part
you
of-
won the last one.
I know. I invited one time and I win, and then that's it for the
You're
mayor,
out.
huh? That's all right, man. I remember you,
You
Jimmy.
get till 10 a.m.
That's right. Jimmy's gonna be wondering why next year when everybody gets a raise except for the head of the parks department. Oh, I just forgot. Just like you forgot, Jimmy. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he didn't want you to take our
Just
money
like you
again.
forgot to call me, I forgot about your position, and,
You're
and
out.
we zeroed it out. Like that's crazy how that happened.
I wonder if
just-
he's got any spots
I
left.
completely forgot about it. It's my bad, Jimmy. Come back in 2023 and we'll put it back in the budget. How about that, huh? Talon takeover.
Lindsay, do you have a pick?
Yeah, you've even had him on
Like-
the show.
I know,
winning
dude.
the
Like, he
entire
sat in my
thing,
seat.
or
He sat in my seat.
Yes.
so winning the entire thing because I prepared for the top four like I was told
Okay,
to.
Final Four. Go.
No, I'll just do top pick.
All
Just
right.
take
So,
1.
Alabama.
All right. I think that's a popular pick.
Really?
Because
Young
they
coach
beat Notre Dame all the time, and I'm just gonna get
In
ahead of the
football.
in
curve.
football.
In
I'm
football.
aware.
So
Okay.
here,
So I'm just
okay.
gonna let them
Going with
win,
Roll
and
Tide.
I'm gonna expect it this
Just
time.
keep saying Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
You know what's interesting about their coach? I read this.
Yeah.
So he is like supposed to be this new kind of revolutionary coach in college basketball, where he does not let his whole game plan is you only shoot around the rim and 3-pointers, no mid range. That's it. 80% of their shots are right around within the circle, within the paint,
Uh-huh.
or beyond 3-point.
Wow.
See what happens.
I
That's
think
it.
One of our top fans likes Alabama.
It's a
Doty's
good pick.
huge Alabama
Yeah, she
fan.
is.
I
Roll
think.
Tide,
Yeah.
Doty.
So is
Now you
Nicole
got it.
Sullivan.
Roll Tide.
Nicole Sullivan.
Roll Tide.
All right. Hey, we got some serious stuff to cover here.
Big stuff.
I got stuff on dead geese. I want to follow up because, like, by the way, I haven't had apologies for a couple weeks. Oh, I have an apology.
You do.
Yeah.
Me?
No.
Dad refuses
No way,
to
John.
I got one.
apologize to
I
you.
got one. It's
Never
an obvious
happening.
one too. I can't believe you guys didn't catch this.
Okay.
I want to apologize to Luke Boehm.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's who I thought it was gonna be,
Thank
but
you,
I
There
don't
we
know.
go.
Luke, this is from me, and it's sincere. I'm really sorry I busted you out about the fake Princeton. Really sorry I busted you out about basically not being a loyal person once you get $500 from somebody, and obviously things
Endorse
are going
a
bad for
competitor.
you. Endorse a competitor like 1 week later, but obviously things are going bad for you, and I feel partly responsible for that. So for that, I apologize. Luke Bohm.
All right, there you go.
There you go.
I don't really apologize to Princeton guys, but is he a Princeton guy?
He's a
really?
fake Princeton guy.
All right, so.
Right. He went to the fake Princeton.
Penn guys
Princeton,
don't apologize to
isn't there Princeton
guys.
online?
I'm sure they have. All these colleges have online now.
Yeah, Pondline. Princeton online.
Pondline.
Tigers, go Tigers.
Oh, you thought I went to the real Princeton? No, I meant Princeton online.
You know what I think I'm going to do for your apology segment? Get some kind of
yeah.
music playing in the background, right?
It's about time.
Oh, like some sad, sappy music?
Yeah, something like that.
Like
yeah.
sad. Like,
Agree.
Like the Notebook type stuff.
Okay, we got to do that next time.
work
Season
on
3.
it.
That's season 3 stuff.
It'll bring people back.
We'll
Season
have to
3,
have
get
a
ready.
big meeting.
Like the Stuart Smalley background.
Pre-season 3, we'll have a meeting about new features we can throw
Another
into the
to-do
show.
item, John, on your list. Looks
More
like
music.
Season 3 is going to be, the break is going to be busy for me. Season 2 to season 3.
There's no break for you.
I'm going to be making a major announcement soon here.
Good.
It's
do
either
that
going to
on
wrap
season
up
3.
season 2. It's going to be about my political future.
All right.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, I am. It's either going to be
Dad sold us
Tuesday,
to Spotify
the final. Yeah, it's
the final Tuesday, the final frontier.
for $10.
for $15. You guys are 33% owners each, so here's your $5. Let's call it a day. We just saved
We're
Tuesdays.
each 33%.
That's $5 more than I've made.
Dude,
Yeah.
This podcast.
This has been a losing venture. Let's face it, right?
Well, no, it's doing all right.
It's doing all right. Yeah,
We're
for-
good. We're
All right.
good.
All right, let's study the waterfowl. Sampling okay. This is an interesting story. We talked about a bunch of dead geese at Wolf Lake.
It's especially an interesting story in the Midwest.
Yeah, because it's sort of like a trend, unfortunate trend that we've seen a lot of fish dying after the last winter, hard winter with heavy freeze. We had 20 dead geese around Wolf Lake,
And ducks and coots.
and then swans obviously also, and then a large number of fish died in the Chicagoland area at the inland lakes and rivers. Southern Indiana had 176
Saw
geese
that in
die.
Gibson County. Yeah.
Gibson County, which is extreme southern Indiana. Once we heard about this in Hammond, people were super nervous, understandably so. You see a bunch of dead geese in Wolf Lake, and they're like, this is a recreational lake. We do a lot of sports in there. Triathlon that I'm going to be part of in a couple months is in Wolf Lake. Windsurfers constantly in Wolf Lake. People
Already.
fishing in Wolf Lake. I mean, so like, you see a bunch of dead animals in Wolf Lake, you're like, holy crap, So obviously the city of Hammond had to take action to assure the public that if there was a problem that we got to keep you out of the lake, and if there's not a problem, we go about our lives in a somewhat normal fashion. One of the things that we're lucky with in the city is we have constant testing of our effluent, the water that leaves the sanitary plant. The Hammond Water Department also has great testing abilities. So we put the Hammond Sanitary District at multiple points throughout Wolf Lake to test Wolf Lake water to make sure there's nothing in the water that's killing these animals. And then we verified our findings with a lab out of Michigan. So we sent them the water samples independently of what we did. Our water samples found nothing to be concerned with. Everything was totally within EPA standards. The lab in Michigan verified our findings. So we know that the water is clean.
Yeah, most of it was undetectable, and the ones that were detectable were like well within the range of safe.
Right.
So,
and then
water safe.
So the water's safe. So now does that mean, what if there's something in the land that the geese are like gobbling up and swallowing and dying from it? So obviously we want to make sure that the land is clean also. And fortunately for the city of Hammond, we have our own environmental department. And a couple years ago, we bought this X-ray fluorometer, I think.
Sounds fancy.
This X-ray fluorometer takes samples from the ground and gives you like a readout of, how much lead is present, how much cadmium and all this other stuff is present. And if it's higher than the EPA standards, it flags it. We did 21 different samples up along the channel where all the geese were dying, 21 different samples, and nothing even close to EPA limits in any
Which
of the
I think is
samples.
great. I mean, right? I mean, because there's industry up there, or there's industry been up there historically. And from what we know with dealing with the EPA and with other, with IDEM, is that a lot of that pollution was done a long time ago, and it's kind of in the sediment way below. It's got nothing to do with on surface. So I think that confirmed it, and I think that was great. And I can't wait to get, well, I mean, I don't know if I can't wait, but I'm interested to see what the results are going to be from IDEM when they test they're doing autopsies, I guess, on the geese.
So the most probable explanation is that they're getting sick elsewhere and then coming
We don't know.
here.
Yeah,
Like we're a
could
stop
be.
on their
It could be
migratory
just-
pattern.
That's what happened. That's what happened when
avian
this happened
flu.
a couple years ago.
It's like a pandemic with birds.
Avian cholera.
Yeah,
they all go to the same place in the winter,
Right.
and they're coming back, and we just happen to be in their migration path. This is probably happening in other places.
You know
as
what
well.
could reduce this a lot? Masks, social distancing.
Bird
geese?
masks.
Yeah, they don't
masks
really pay
for
attention.
geese.
Social distancing.
It's geese corona.
You're right.
It
They
is
do
geese
kinda-
corona. It is
they're in-
geese corona.
They like to be in flocks.
They get right next to
Flocks-
each other.
flocking
They
is
like
not
talk
good.
right in each other's
They
face,
do.
like like
Oh, that's
yeah.
a good impersonation.
I know,
of a
but
goose.
like there's no masking, there's no like social distancing. Like the geese have to get it together, in my opinion. So
Well, the good thing for the geese is that it's at least so far, and the good thing for people that use Wolf Lake, it seems like the water's good.
we are making light a little bit of it, but I agree with Kevin. The water is clean in Wolf Lake. The land is clean in Wolf Lake. Obviously, these birds and we don't really have a lot of fish dying in Wolf Lake, but the birds are dying, and the reason they're dying is a mystery. But the good thing is Indiana DNR is doing autopsies on the birds to determine what caused their deaths. But
Yeah,
it was not environmental in Wolf Lake or around Wolf Lake. By the way, we tested George Lake water as well, clean as a whistle.
All right.
So
Good to know.
I think that's a good story. I don't know if the format of the show has been we cover stories and we sort of update you as the stories come along. That was one of the stories we've been following, so we wanted to give you an update.
Yeah, and of course, as soon as the DNR comes back, or the DNR or the IDEM comes back with their findings, we'll let you know.
Another big trial is happening right now, Kev. Do you want to go in the Mayor Snyder trial?
I mean, I think you know this better than I do, Mayor, to tell you the truth. I mean, what we can background on this is Mayor Snyder from Portage, he was indicted a while ago. I want to say
I know when it was.
6 years ago?
It was 2016.
All right,
You
5,
know
6
how I
years
remember?
ago?
It was 2 days after Donald Trump got elected.
Okay, so
The-
November of 16.
Because it was 2 days. Yeah, it was the Thursday after Donald Trump was elected, and the world was on fire. Like, as
Yeah.
far as I was concerned, I was
Right.
like, holy crap, Donald Trump's our president. And then the next day, we're still dealing
We said
with
that
it.
for 4
Wednesday,
years, but-
holy crap, I can't believe this guy's going to be our president. And then the next day, Thursday, we wake up, and the FBI is raiding the Lake County Jail, and the FBI is raiding Portage City Hall. And then it was fire. Like, that whole week was just the craziest week. And John Bunchich, the sheriff of Lake County, got indicted and eventually went to prison, and he's serving his sentence right now. He's probably halfway done with his sentence. And
yeah.
Mayor Snyder,
Well-
indicted on the same exact day, has still not
Wow.
stepped in 1 foot in jail yet.
No, even though he was convicted and then it went up on appeal, I think the Seventh Circuit threw out one of the charges, set it for retrial.
The bribery charge.
Yeah, it's in front of Judge Connolly now. This is and he's Judge Connolly. I've had a trial in front of him up in federal district court in Illinois. Real good judge. I want to say he's a Clinton appointee, so he's been around
Yeah.
a while. Good judge, real firm. I mean, tough and good and smart. In fact, he had a recent case for us with the water department up
yeah?
there. Yep.
But yesterday was a bad day for Mayor Snyder. Because the
According to the
first trial,
paper.
in the first trial, there's allegedly Mayor Snyder went to two officials that basically just got a bid rigged for him, and they purchased a $1.2 million worth of equipment from the city. And the day after this happens, Mayor Snyder allegedly shows up, and I'm just going to read from this, and this is really damaging testimony in my opinion. Let me see. Okay. Snyder further injected himself into the bidding process by communicating with owners of Great Lakes Peterbilt before, during, and after the bid processes. This is important. After the second bid, Snyder, who was having financial trouble, Snyder's the mayor, went to the owners of Great Lakes Peterbilt, Stephen and Robert Buha, and asked them for money. Snyder claims to have done health insurance consulting, Costner said, but no contracts were written and there was no documented proof work was done. He just went to a company he knew got $1.25 million in contracts for a reward, the prosecutor said. Buha, now this is the testimony of Buha, who's the owner of this company. Buha of Valparaiso said that around Christmas 2013, Mayor Snyder came to Great Lakes Peterbilt unannounced and asked to meet with the owners, Robert and his brother Stephen. Once the three were together, Snyder said, "I need money. That's what I'm here for." Robert Buha said Snyder said his mayoral salary wasn't sufficient to sustain him and his family, and that he owed money for taxes and personal expenses.
This is a witness in court yesterday?
Yes. Snyder asked for a $15,000 loan, which the brothers did not agree to give. Robert Buha testified. Then Snyder asked if he could work for the money. After some thought, they decided he could do consulting on insurance because Robert Buha was having difficulties figuring out the Affordable Care Act, he said. They gave him $13,000. There was no proof that work was ever done for it, and this was right after a bid for $1.25 million went to that company.
Yeah, I mean, that's, wow. I mean, just knowing how government works, right,
is
and how
so
it's
bad.
supposed to work, that's shocking.
So now,
And these are all allegations, or actually, this is testimony as related in the paper today, right? I mean, obviously, we're not sitting there watching the trial.
Both newspapers.
So I have no idea how the cross was or whatever like that.
Both newspapers report basically the same thing. But like the interesting thing, and you and I both know this. Like I've been mayor 17 years in Hammond. Bids happen frequently. I don't know, a few times a year.
Board of Public Works and Safety all the time.
I've never once been involved in any way, shape, or form with any bid. I've never. That's a mystery to me how that works. I've never been part of it because I have better things to do.
Well, even like you just said, it happens a couple times a year. I mean, it happens dozens of times a year.
See, there you go. I've never been involved in this. It's not my job.
Yeah, I think that's interesting that he was involved in the bid. That's weird.
Like, have you? I mean, Kevin, you do the bidding, right?
Some of it. I mean, a lot of it goes for engineering.
Have you ever seen me have anything to do with that at all?
It goes for Board of Public Works, and it's always like it goes to engineering for review, it goes to legal for review, and then there's a recommendation based on the lowest responsive and responsible bidder. I mean, that's what the Indiana statute requires, and that's how you do it.
But like when I read and when I heard that Mayor Snyder was allegedly involved in the bid, it's like that is, in my opinion, that's very damaging because I know
kind of a red flag.
That's a huge red flag as far as like me, a mayor, like knowing that you're not supposed to touch these. The bid process is the whole purpose of it is to get the best deal for the city. That's why you don't rig the bids. You want the best deal for the city, and if you start rigging it so that a certain firm wins, then it invites impropriety, like what allegedly happened, and that wasn't a good day for Mayor Snyder yesterday, and obviously the jury is going to discuss his fate today. But I think
trial's over today, right? Or at least it's going to the jury today.
It's going to the jury today. But the interesting thing about the Buha brothers that were testifying, Kevin, is in Mayor Snyder's first trial, they did not testify because they took the Fifth Amendment. They did not want to incriminate themselves
in the original trial.
And now
they got immunity.
So the prosecutors. So the judge the Court of Appeals threw out the charge of bribery against Mayor Snyder in the first trial because he didn't get witnesses to protect him, right? So now the federal prosecutors gave immunity to the Buha brothers, and they're singing. Wow. And now Mayor Snyder's got a major problem.
I can tell you this. The Northern District of Indiana has some of the most seasoned federal prosecutors around.
Particularly
and and especially regarding political corruption. They know what they're doing, and they're tough.
I tell you what,
tough.
I don't see how that is so damaging to hear what the Buha brothers. So basically what they're saying is Mayor Snyder, what the prosecutors are saying is Mayor Snyder was heavily involved in the bid process, which is unusual. The people he wanted to win the bid won. And then as soon as they won, he visited them right before and said, I need you to give me money as a loan. They said no. And then he said, okay, how about I consult for $13,000? And there's no proof that he ever did any work for the $13,000.
And that's coming right from a witness who has immunity, which of course you'll bring up on cross-examination. But here's the thing. I mean, to me, it just is very, like you said, very damning when you have somebody that's involved in a bid as they've alleged, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, he's going to the same company for a consulting contract, and then they say he never showed up for work and never gave them any documents, never.
Well, the part I followed the story closely.
Yeah.
They said there was two things he consulted them on. It was the Affordable Health Care Act, which was brand new at the time, and technology. And I remember during this trial, the tech person for Great Lakes Peterbilt was testifying on, does Mayor Snyder know more about technology than you do? And the guy's
that. That's right. I saw that witness early on.
Mayor Snyder doesn't know anything about technology.
It was like a city
guy.
It was brutal. Or someone from the city department or something, wasn't it?
No, I thought it was the guy from Great Lakes Peterbilt.
Was it? Okay.
They have their tech guy. So basically, you have a guy like John or Chris or Tiffany that knows so much more about tech than I do, right? Mm-hmm. And it'd be like me consulting with the city of Hammond for technology.
Mr. Vesmar, right. Mayor McDermott's a tech whiz, isn't he?
Right. John would be like, he could use an iPhone. That's about it.
He knows how to put his headphones on.
Right.
Most of the time.
He just figured out how to share a note from his iPad to
That's right.
I think that's the coolest thing ever. Kevin and I have the same note.
Google Docs has been doing this for 5 years
really?
now.
Oh, yeah.
And Dad
Kevin and I just started. By the way, it's awesome what we do now. It makes the show so much smoother.
Yeah, you can do. Boy, it's so smooth. Speaking of smooth, let's do our ads real quick and do our new ads. And soon enough, we're going to have our guest in, and we've got a couple other topics and things to talk about. So,
Misprint Printing,
your favorite, go.
With both Munster and Hammond locations, Rick Baltonsberger and his team are there for absolutely all of your needs.
He loves this ad.
All of your needs.
Wait till it comes in Dutch.
All of them?
Every one of them. Rick is there to satisfy you.
All of your needs.
Every need you have.
He'll pay your bills.
Rick and his team, particularly Rick, is there for you. He's responsive, fast, and he's damn good.
Yes, he is.
Oh, yeah.
And he speaks
This is
Dutch.
getting really weird.
Banners and signs of all sizes, from wrapping cars to business cards. No job is too big or too small. Call Rick or Teresa at 219-836-2517.
He's fast.
He's good.
More homework for you, John.
You guys are having way too much fun with this
Responsive,
one.
fast, and really, really good.
With
Rick.
big and small things.
Yikes.
Oh, yeah.
He's an. I also know this about Rick. He's an Ajax fan, so you can figure that out.
I don't know what that is.
I have no
Ajax.
idea what
Ajax.
Ajax.
Isn't that
Ajax.
a high school test?
AJAX.
Oh, Ajax.
Ajax.
Ajax?
Yes.
Is that a soccer club?
It is.
Jeez.
Attorney Alfredo Estrada, longtime region resident and former steelworker. Attorney Alfredo Estrada can help you with all your legal needs.
Is he responsive, fast, and good?
I assume yes.
I hope so.
I'm going to go. Not
Alfredo?
as good as Rick,
He's
but he's up
responsive,
there.
He's fast and very good.
He focuses his practice on immigration and civil litigation. Give Alfredo a call at Burke Costanza and Carberry. It's 219-769-1313. Attorney Alfredo Estrada.
Beam Longest Enough, BLN, is an award-winning consulting firm with experience in all facets of infrastructure projects. Founded in 1945, BLN has provided decades of expertise as a consulting firm. Guided by third-generation leadership, the core group of BLN partners and associates strive to remain leaders within the consulting community. Our history and experience has helped us define a clear vision to work towards total client satisfaction. For more information, call us at 1-800-382-5206.
Wonderful. How about that for some sponsors?
Let's party.
What do you got?
Well, why don't you, I know you want to bring up this Amazon story. and
Oh,
then
this
maybe,
is really interesting.
Maybe featuring Lindsay McDermott could grab our guest and we could bring her in.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Your
Johnny.
name on the show is featuring now, right?
My birth certificate just says Lindsay, but
And I
can go
keep
by
calling you
feature.
Lindsay McDermott. I apologize.
I'm actually Lindsay McDermott Perasco, so I mean you're
Lindsay
only half
MP?
correct.
Remember last time he said, I'm
LMP?
getting there.
LMP?
Yeah, like lamp.
LMP. That rolls off the tongue.
Limp.
It does.
Limp Lindsay?
No, lump.
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 Okay, we'll go with that.
Or lamp.
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 That's, I said lamp already.
I love
but
lamp.
Lamp.
I love lamp too. Yeah.
All right.
That's my favorite one.
We're going with
LMP.
lamp.
You'd be like AOC or you could be like LMP.
Nice.
Except I'm not a politician.
You could be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
At
be a
heart
nurse.
you are.
I'm gonna be a medical professional.
Hell yeah, you
Oh,
are.
yeah.
Ooh,
Hell yeah,
chat
yeah.
says we should call you Queen of Lockpod.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Wait, what, Linz, what's your, isn't your Twitter like Queen?
Region Queen.
Region Queen.
Yeah.
That's right.
My-
Follow Lindsay.
By the way,
Queen.
Michelle Quinn, who listens to the show, reporter for the Post Tribune, Region Broad, I think is her.
Oh, I like that.
See,
I
she
love
wanted
that.
my handle, but I got it first.
Yeah,
so.
no, that's
Classmate
funny.
of Steve Sursik.
Yeah, Michelle
Yeah,
Quinn's
Michelle
great
Quinn,
reporter.
Munster High.
Yeah, in fact.
So what?
What's that, John?
I was gonna say, so what's going on with Amazon?
Oh, have you
Why don't
seen this, John?
you want to grab Lara?
I
and bring her?
do
All right.
love Amazon.
He'll get her. She'll
Yeah.
get her.
Laura's coming.
So Amazon, they're having this big thing in Bessemer, Alabama. I don't know if you've seen this, John, about how they're trying to unionize. For the first time ever at a Amazon warehouse, Amazon facility, and there is some significant pushback from management there, and like things like signs that I saw this sign that says "Why pay for what you get for free?" on their in their lunchroom.
Wow.
Putting stuff up in the bathroom, like anti-union messages up in the bathrooms, making people paying people $1,000 to quit the union. And I don't know if you saw John Oliver, right? John Oliver was on a nighttime show, one of these night shows. Jimmy Fallon, actually.
Jimmy Fallon.
And did you see him ask? He said, "Alexa." They had an Alexa. He said, "Alexa,
Oh, no.
tell me about the union condition. Tell me about the working conditions at Amazon's
What did it
warehouse."
say? How did it respond?
It said, "I'm confused."
Oh my god!
Right? How good is that?
Wow.
So we need to follow this because I mean, coming from a union area like we are, and coming from where unions are strong, we're going to hopefully have Randy Palmatier on. We just had Ryan Riethel on last week from the electrical union, who was awesome. And I know unionizing is a big deal, and then now I guess with the Biden administration, they're really pushing labor issues. So we're going to follow Amazon and we'll see if they win. The folks at the Amazon warehouse in Alabama get to be union members.
I'm a big fan of Ryan
them.
Riethel, but today's guest is way better than Ryan Riethel.
Oh,
Yeah.
Laura.
No offense, Ryan. Hi, Laura. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pronounce it Lara?
Laura, correct,
Lara,
Mayor.
nice.
Yeah.
Like
Lara
Lara
Gonzalez
Croft.
Bates.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
like Lara Croft.
Lara Croft.
Yes, exactly.
That's a good way to remember.
Thanks for
yeah.
coming in, Lara.
Yeah,
It's
thanks
great.
You in a
for having us.
spacesuit? That's amazing.
That's the coolest outfit.
It's our
I've ever
first
seen.
guest.
so
in a
much better than
spacesuit.
Ryan.
I'm actually on my way to space right now. So
You really?
You are?
Yeah, we're doing virtual
your first
missions.
stop.
So yeah, this is my first stop before traveling to the Jupiter Gateway today.
That is amazing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that.
That's what I always say on Friday. I'm on my way to the Jupiter
Is this
Gateway.
normal work
Going to
attire for you?
Jupiter.
Is it what?
Do you normally wear that to work?
Not every day, but when I'm with students, yeah.
And on Lockpod.
Or virtually, yep. Or, when I'm appearing in public representing Challenger Learning Center.
That's awesome.
It gets a lot of attention. People, you go in to get coffee, Starbucks or wherever, and
like
people
this.
are like, do you really work for NASA?
It's an astronaut, y'all.
You're like,
Who
yeah.
doesn't
Just
like an
walked
astronaut?
in.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody loves it.
And by the way,
April.
like it's an awesome Halloween outfit too. I mean,
It is.
You could double and like you just throw that on. Or you come home after work and then you like hand out
Time to go.
trick-or-treats.
I'm an astronaut.
Challenger Learning Center, for those of you who aren't aware, is literally like 2 blocks from my house. It's on the campus of Purdue Northwest. It's like a field trip place for kids all across the Chicagoland area. Is that safe?
Absolutely. The field trip destination of Northwest Indiana and the Chicagoland region. Yep.
I've talked to a lot of kids that used to be kids, but they're young adults now, people like Lindsay, and they say that was their favorite field trip.
I went there twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
kids,
That
same
place is
thing. They
cool.
love that
Yeah.
place.
Lindsay, do you remember what role you played on the mission?
Here's a hilarious thing, actually.
Uh,
I was on the medic team.
that is funny.
Back in the 5th grade, I was on the medic team. And then the second time I went there, I was an adult teacher. And
Oh.
I was making a promotional video for you guys.
Cool. Yeah. All
It's
right. I
very
remember
fun.
that.
Lindsay's got some
I've been
Challenger
in-
history.
I've
Yes,
been
you
thinking
do.
about the medical field since I was in the 5th grade. So.
Yeah.
Wow,
Lindsay's
see?
in nursing school at Purdue right now. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
After
Congrats
being a
on that.
teacher, she
Life is a circle.
reset.
Yeah,
Turns out
wow.
teachers don't get paid very well.
So,
How many-
Laura, how long have you been with Challenger now?
I've been with Challenger since 2017.
Nice.
Yeah, so
That's
a
what
couple
I've
years
got.
now.
2017, according to
That's
what we
what I
found on
got, yeah.
Facebook.
Okay. Oh, you did some research on me. Okay.
What
yeah.
was what was interesting that I found about Challenger Learning Centers? There's a lot of them in the country, right?
There's over 40 centers,
Right.
and even some in the international as well. So
You can check it out on challenger.org. I was curious, how did you guys survive the pandemic? How did everything go with last year, right? That's tough.
Yeah.
No kids.
no kids. Kind of. Challenger. We say it's funny at Challenger that things are challenging at Challenger,
Right.
but 2020 brought a lot of challenges.
Yep.
We're surviving. We were able to take advantage of the PPP and some EIDL loan, in addition to some grant funding through Legacy Foundation. We did host Destination Day Camp, so that was a day camp for students that we provided supervised learning. So as they were tuning into the Hammond school districts and, seeing their teachers, we were there to guide them with the process and then bookend it with pre-activities before school and then post-activities after school. So
Very
it was
cool.
really, it was a challenging experience, but it was, I would say, the most rewarding year
There you
that
go.
I've had with the Challenger Learning
Really?
Center. Yes, because usually, students come in, it's a field trip, we get to see them for about 2 hours or 4 hours, and then they leave. And we were able to build really great relationships with 10 to 12 families that are from the city of Hammond, East Chicago, Gary. These are kids that they come from underserved areas that their parents, couldn't. The day camp options weren't readily available as often, so we were able to build on those relationships. And I get all emotional with it, but these kids are now our kids,
That's
our
awesome.
Challenger
That's
kids.
great.
Yeah.
And are you back to full steam ahead this year for 2021?
Full steam ahead for 2021. We're still hosting some in-person field trips here and there for the school year. We're doing virtual programming. We'll be doing summer camps coming up. But 2021 into 2022 for the school year, we're accepting in-person field trip programs. But of course, we put it on the books. We don't know what the school year is going to look like just yet. But
Hammond's going back.
Hammond's
They
going
back.
voted.
April
Yeah,
6th.
they voted to go back April 6th. But, and I imagine next year everybody's back normal. I'd imagine, right?
I would think so.
I hope.
Yeah, it's got to be. Even college has already said they're going back in person.
Purdue.
so-
Yeah, it said. But I've heard some interesting things about you. That you're a big music fan.
I am a big music fan.
And I am also. I think we have things in common here. But first,
Okay.
one of the things that I know that you guys do that I think is super cool is like Pink Floyd. You do like the laser light show and stuff like that. Now that is some cool stuff.
Pink Floyd, The Wall, and we have Pink Floyd, The Wall, Led Zeppelin.
Beatles.
I mean,
Yeah.
Beatles,
Yeah.
yes,
Wow.
Beatles.
We're Beatles
How often?
fans
I mean,
over here.
seriously, I think that is so cool. And I honestly, I think you can do shows like that once or twice a month, and people would pack it.
Yeah, we've held off a little bit just because with the pandemic, we had to significantly cut our staff.
Are those
we went from
adult shows? Are they family shows? Bring anybody?
we have both. We do both. We did when we first started doing those, the past year, we did focus that it was an adult-only show because it was kind of after hours and, but we've opened it up for family-friendly. Like the Beatles is definitely family-friendly. Pink Floyd, The Wall,
Yeah,
a little
dark,
questionable, a little dark, a little bit darker.
People dropping acid in there.
Yeah, well,
not
Who
in there,
knows?
maybe
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Maybe you were, John.
It's frowned upon in the Challenger Learning Center, but we don't drug test on the way in.
It's
so-
challenging at the challenge.
Yeah.
It's challenging. Yeah,
That's one of their challenges.
People enjoy screaming through space with us. But,
Nice.
yeah, so yeah, it's been really great. I love the laser light shows; those are always fun, and it's like you said, it's right here
Do you have
in
like?
the city of Hammond.
Is it like pre-programmed? So like if you wanted to run one, like, hey, let's run one this weekend. I mean, is it that easy to do, or?
I mean, you got to call ahead. You got to book, with us. We got to schedule accordingly to make sure we have the staff available.
How many people go? Like, if let's say I
The
wanted to.
maximum for our planetarium and our laser light show capacity is 44. Right now, because of COVID and everything, we've dropped it to 24. But I assume that in the coming weeks here, we'll probably lift that.
So if
You're
I
back
wanted
to
to have like a
44.
fundraiser, and then I say I want to
Oh, that
rent
would
Challenger
be
Learning
super
Center,
cool.
Yeah.
right, and then have like a high price
be
fundraiser.
We are
Super
definitely
cool.
open for that. Yes.
Wow. You're helping them with their challenges.
Let's do
I
it.
have like things going in my head.
And there's
right
so
now,
much other
like-
cool stuff in here. It's not just, our planetarium or laser light show. We also, if you want to take a trip into space, we
could
have
do Mission
it looks,
Control.
It's a mock-up of Mission Control. It looks like a spacecraft. You get hands-on science activities. I mean, we got the whole thing here.
I know you did something for Valentine's Day, and I have a good friend of mine, Jaime Prieto, and his wife were participating.
Oh, yeah.
and they like.
Oh, I saw them on Facebook.
So
Yeah,
what was? I
looked
mean,
very
is
cool.
it like? So if you run a mission, like Lindsay goes when she was in 8th grade or whenever she did it,
Fifth grade.
5th grade, is she done forever? Like, is the mission constantly changing so that Lindsay could go multiple times, or
Lindsay
is it
can
just
go
like,
multiple times. Somebody can come, and we
Go
have
back, Lynn.
3 different missions that we're running. Each time somebody comes, it's. We say, it all really does depend on how the student learning, how things are interacting. I mean, the mission, we try to get everybody to feel successful when they leave, but the mission is a little bit different. We run 3 different missions. So we have Expedition Mars, we have Return to the Moon, and we have Rendezvous with a Comet. So, Lindsay, probably when you came, it was Comet?
I think it was a comet. It was in 2004.
Okay, yeah. Comet is our our more popular
Lara, you were
program.
like 16 then, so. You were like 16 when Lindsay did it.
Yeah.
Lara was in
You
school
weren't
too.
around.
Probably.
It was a long time ago. I feel very old now. So
Well, you guys, I'm going to make Kevin and I feel old because we wanted to, obviously when the Challenger exploded,
1986.
everybody knows. I mean, I know exactly where I was when it happened. And Kevin and I were talking about this last night, and I was in 10th.
I would say I was
10th grade,
I was
right?
a sophomore.
No, I guess, yeah, because I graduated 2 years later.
Yeah.
So I know exactly where I was when Challenger exploded. And we had all known Sally Ride, who was a teacher and was
Oh my God,
chosen
everybody's so
like
excited.
national
Kristen
competition. Kristen
Kristen
McCullough.
McCullough.
Yeah.
So
Sally
who's
Ride
Sally Ride? Didn't
She's
she?
another female astronaut.
She
Another
was.
female
She was
astronaut.
on that same trip, right?
No.
she's alive.
Sally Ride. is?
Sally
Wait,
Ride-
did she just
Did
pass
she
away?
pass away?
But not from a
No,
space
not from
disaster.
a
We're on it.
tragic
she
event.
passed
No.
away in 2012.
There you go.
Really?
There
I
you
thought
go.
Sally
She
Ride.
was
Okay,
on,
Kristen McAuliffe. That's
Kristen
right.
McCullough, first teacher in space, first
Yeah.
teacher in space.
She was
Yeah.
the 3rd woman in space. Sally Ride.
Sally Ride. Okay, I missed
I
that.
remember history. I was in a history class.
I was in American history.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't alive. Wait, I was. Was I?
That's when they rolled.
1986. No,
No, I was not alive.
I was 4.
that would have been. That was early.
Brian was 1.
Yeah, you were
I was 4.
4.
John.
Nice. John,
How old was I?
86.
do you
I
remember
was-
it?
I was 1.
Laura, do you remember it?
No.
Like when you were 4?
I
You
do
were just
not.
too young?
I do not. Honestly, I didn't get into space exploration until I started working for Challenger Learning
Good
Center.
for you. What made
Yeah.
you like? Were you really good at science and math? Is that what?
Yes,
of course.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I really always enjoyed hands-on science. I'm more like biology, environmental science stuff. My background is in business and public administration, but
Nice.
yeah, I've always enjoyed working with kids and hands-on learning. I'm a visual learner. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I wanted to be an
Jupiter
astronaut when
Gateway.
I was a kid. I did.
What kid didn't, right? I mean, everything was like.
When we were kids, it was a
God,
big
it
deal
was a
because
big
like we were
deal.
born during the moonshots, So like,
Yep.
like my Halloween outfit looked exactly like yours. I had the spacesuit and I had the helmet, the whole thing. I remember and then I joined the Navy. I wanted to be a pilot and ended up on a submarine.
I was gonna
So-
you like opposite under the water instead of
They're really persuasive. Those submarine guys, they told me about the extra $100 a month.
You're in.
Yeah.
In the Navy, did you have to do simulations or was it like the real thing? They're just like
No. Yeah, we did not. I know where you're going with this because there's like a Challenger type of simulator with submarines, right?
we want to develop a program that is there's a little
what
bit
do
of
they
a
call that
base
again?
there. Mission Ocean.
Mission Ocean, that's right.
I'd like to modify it so that it's more, about our Great Lakes and what's in our backyard and
That's
stuff like
smart,
that, in
Laura.
addition to, exploring the ocean. But yeah.
That's a great idea.
Dude, Lake
You'd
Erie
be
is
into that.
scary.
Lake
Yeah.
Erie is
It
scary.
is scary. It's like super deep and like, oh God, yeah. So you
Wow.
could do
Yeah,
really
how
fun
deep does
stuff
it have
with
to
that.
be in order for a sub
100 feet at least.
100 feet?
Yeah, but like a sub could only go down to like, let's say 750-ish.
Approximately.
I'm not supposed to say exactly.
Top
Okay,
secret.
all right.
It could get to
Confidential
1,000 feet,
information.
right around
Somewhere
there.
around
By the
there.
way, the new submarines go so much deeper and are so much better.
This is
So,
all
like,
unclassified information.
when I was in, you can
now.
go 1,000 feet. That's as far down as you can go. When I was in, I'm assuming they go deeper now. And if you went deeper than that, you're in trouble. Like, which is really not that deep. The ocean's miles deep. We'd only skim the
Yeah,
top.
I don't know. Can submarines go in lakes?
Yeah.
Do they go in lakes?
Yeah, you could.
I guess if it's a big
If-
lake.
The submarine could go in.
Great Lakes.
Yeah, for sure.
There's
Do you
students that are here that don't know what's in their own backyard, what's
Yeah.
in the Great Lakes. They don't, when we do our pond water testing, which is an environmental program and extension to our Challenger programs, they're seeing, macroinvertebrate. They're like, what is this? I'm like, this is in freshwater lakes. It looks like a fresh crustacean, like a freshwater.
Macroinvertebrate. That's the first.
Macroinvertebrate.
That's first on Lockpod. That has never been said before.
True.
How many fish concerts have you been to? That's what I want to know.
You know what? I
This
would
is what
be
I wanna know
I would be
also.
scorned because I don't keep track of how many fish shows.
Okay.
I'm not.
Approximately.
I'm like
We're giving you a ballpark.
About 75
Oh,
to 85.
Wow.
I was gonna say
is
like
awesome.
20.
I want to get
30.
fish. I want to get fish to come to Hammond
75.
to play.
Fish?
To play.
They're a little
To play the
expensive.
path. I know they
yeah,
are.
they're pretty
Yeah, they're-
expensive.
But you know the
They're out of
crazy
our-
thing is, so was the band we got coming Tuesday, right, Kevin?
Well, we haven't
What
announced
band?
anything yet.
I can't say, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
We're
That is-
having
I would
an
get
I'm gonna
engaged
mute
They
all
won't
of
be.
you.
They won't be coming if.
By
we
the way,
announce
but
them.
what I'm saying is, once we announce this, I think you'll say, "Wow, I didn't think that band would play Hammond," because they have no place to play right now. So like
Yeah.
Hammond is like a great option for them, and they're a stone's throw from downtown Chicago. So like
Why not come out to Hammond?
Getting them
I
at a
tell you what,
discount price.
my dream is to get a band like Fish or Dave Matthews or like a Dead and Company, which is I love Dead
You
and
love
Company.
Dead and Company?
Have you ever been to a Dead and Company show?
I have.
Do you like? I mean, compared to
70?
Fish, it's similar type of crowds, right?
I do.
you been to
I
70 of
prefer
them?
a Joe Russo's Almost Dead. It's a little bit more upbeat. It's a
There you
little,
I took
but I like Dead and Company.
I took
so.
Marissa to Dead and Company show last year, and she was really pushing to go because I usually go with the boys, and it's like a boy thing, right? So Marissa, I took her last year, and she's a Deadhead. She loves the Dead, and we went there, and they went on one of their tangents where like they did one song for like
45 minutes.
40 minutes,
Rock
and
to
she
the
was
extreme.
like, "When are they going to start singing? This is ridiculous!" And
Well, that's
I
jam
was like,
band.
yeah.
You can
That's
go
but
with
they
your
went
boys.
like a little deep on that one. They were
Yeah.
like off in a tangent. I think they
Yeah.
forgot where they
I
were
can't
going.
really get into the space drums so much, like the long space drums of
Yeah.
Off to the
Check
Jupiter
out
Gateway.
J-Rad. Joe Russo's Almost Dead. I bet you'd like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna check it
him
out.
out.
I like
Yeah,
it.
Joe Russo.
So you do like Dead and Company?
I do like Dead and Company.
Nice.
Yeah.
We could be friends then.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think
I was
so.
worried. I was worried
Fish
for a
shows is
second.
impressive.
I want to go
Dad's
to a
only
fish show.
requirement to be his friend is if you like
Yeah,
Grateful Dead.
it tells me a lot about a person if you say I'm down. But when I hear somebody's big into Fish, I feel like we have a lot in common.
Fish is
Jam
people. Yeah, jam band scene. So Fish is not for everybody. I think Vesmar, you've partaked in some Fish that I've forced you to listen to.
Yeah,
Guys,
I appreciate
it's
that.
Very instrumental. It's different. It's funk. It's jazz. It's rock. It's everything.
Yeah.
It's got everything in it. I love it. I love Fish.
I love it too. Who's your favorite band besides Fish?
My favorite band besides Fish.
This is the hot seat question.
Yeah, there is.
I know that is
Welcome
really.
to Lockpod.
Do you like
That-
what types of music? Do you like rap? I'm just
I do. I like.
I do too.
I like rap.
Who's your
but
favorite
I
rapper?
like old school rap. I like Biggie. I like Tupac.
I think you and I have a lot in common. I love Biggie.
Yeah.
I would
got
have to
taste.
say
She's
if
got
I got
taste.
if
They
I-
will not be at the
my
fest.
favorite rapper is Drake. I think for sure. But like I love Biggie. Snoop.
He does not have taste.
I love.
I like
Drake.
Snoop Dogg. I
You're
don't.
gonna be really happy.
Honestly, I have not listened to.
I'm not
any-
allowed to say who's playing the fest this year.
Okay. When is that announcement going to take? Like ballpark.
Early April.
An announcement
Okay,
sort of
that's
just
you.
happened, actually.
No, it
But-
didn't.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
not at all.
No.
Legally, it didn't happen.
Okay. All right.
That was I was blinking like. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
Winking.
I didn't
That's
say.
a wink, not a
There was a
blink.
lot of bands
I
we
was
just talked about.
blinking.
It
I
could
was
be
blinking.
Drake.
You look like
I'm-
Luke Bohm there.
It could
for a
be
second.
Drake. It could be
Fish.
Biggie. I guess it can't be Biggie, but like
I
there's
went
a lot
to
of people it
Princeton.
could be.
It could be
Yeah.
Tupac's.
It could be
Ghost.
Tupac. Yeah.
Although they do have the hologram or the,
Yeah.
That,
We
didn't,
had-
that didn't go over too well, though.
We had a hologram. That's a good story. We had a hologram
Oh my
situation.
gosh.
That was a
that
weird
made
situation.
worldwide news, actually.
Yeah.
felt
When
dismayed.
Steve got
Do we have a
interviewed
sec?
by the BBC, I got concerned.
I was in the Rolling Stone. So we had, what was the name? Chief Keef.
Chief Keef.
Chief Keef.
Okay,
Chief
but they
Keef?
told us it was going to be Chance the Rapper, though, right?
So
Yes.
we had a big rap fest, and I was in New York, and I was getting, we had a mystery guest, and we found out it was supposed to be Chief Keef. And there was a lot of concern because Chief Keef was like real close to a lot of
He
South
might have
Side
had a
gangs.
warrant at the time.
Yeah,
had
he
a
was
warrant in
bad.
Chicago.
Like, and it was like his concerts were known to be very violent and bringing out like different
Yeah.
factions of gangs. So we were like, hey, we're hearing that Chief Keef's going to appear, and we're just telling you straight up, that's not going to work. If you do it, we're going to pull the plug. So like the whole controversy, I'm in New York, and my police department's calling me saying, you know, we don't know if this guy's going on or not. And finally, I was like, listen, they called me back and they said everything's cool. Like I trust this promoter. He said Chief Keef's not going to appear, so like we're all cool. And I'm like in New York. I'm like, okay, have a nice show. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I said, but if Chief Keef does appear, just pull him off the stage.
Yeah,
but
end
like he's
story.
not going to appear. I trust what
Yeah.
you guys are saying. I'll talk to you tomorrow, right?
Right. And he calls me and says, you better go over there and check it out. I was at a wedding. At a wedding.
At Lost Marsh.
At Lost Marsh.
Right
Yeah.
across the street.
With Phil. We go over.
Right. So all I know is I turn my phone off, and the next day I turn my phone on, and I have like 100 and something messages.
Oh my goodness.
And it was
So-
in the New York Times.
So Chief Keef hologram. They blasted a hologram of Chief Keef
so
onto
he
the
physically
stage.
wasn't there.
And the cops, the last order I gave to him was, if they put Chief Keef on the stage, pull the plug. So the cops are
they
like,
did.
Chief Keef's on the stage. Mayor told me to pull the plug. They killed the show.
Oh,
And it
man.
was national news, like huge. Rolling
Yeah, like
Stone,
First
like
Amendment,
BBC.
right,
like,
yeah.
How come I didn't hear about this?
oh, this was a
it
big
happened.
story.
I didn't know about
You're
this.
young.
It was so
Yeah.
funny. I was in New York, and I wake up the next day, and I'm like worldwide, like the Rolling Stone magazine calling
Oh,
me.
I remember Marissa texting
Washington
about this
Post.
in the New York Times. We're in New
Dude,
York.
it was so crazy.
Right.
Like that was one of the biggest stories.
National news, hologram, Chief Keef.
Yeah, look it
and,
up.
I'm gonna have to look it
By
up.
the way,
Look
I
it
saw
up.
Chief Keef was on Ridiculousness. You ever got? you
Yes,
guys watch?
with
I-
what's his name? Dirt Sick or whatever.
Yeah,
No,
Rob Dirt,
Yeah,
yeah.
whatever that guy's name.
that guy, I
Rob's,
know,
yeah.
Rob Durkin or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, Chief Keef was on there, and he was talking to him about stuff that happened in his career, and he brought that up, and I was like, son of a gun, yeah.
Right here in Hammond.
Right
well,
here
that's
in
his
Hammond.
like
Right here.
defining moment in his life. That's what.
If you pull up Chief Keef on Wikipedia, it'll be mentioned.
One of the
Sure.
first stories
Yeah.
that appear.
Yeah,
All right, I'll have
we
to
sort of
check it
made
out.
him famous for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Didn't hurt.
so how many kids do you have going through on a typical day at Challenger?
Right now, I mean, we have 0 coming in the door. I
Really?
mean, here and there. Well, I let me correct myself. On Saturday, we do have some scout groups that are coming in. It's here and there. We're mostly doing virtual programs, so we are taking the students virtually on a trip through Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. That's what we're currently doing. On a typical year, we usually see about 16,000 to 20,000 students.
Wow.
Well, students and families.
So how many is that a day?
I don't know. Do the math.
Yeah.
Because there's only so many.
Could you do 2 classes a day, or is it like
Oh
morning and
yeah.
afternoon?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In a normal school year, we could see up to 4 schools coming in and out of Challenger.
Right.
That's great. Sorry, we had to put the Chief Keef.
Chief Keef,
Rolling Stone article.
Rolling Stone.
Like we're talking about Challenger, and there's Chief Keef on the screen. Just
Yeah,
like-
man.
We're talking
That
about
was a big
music
story.
too.
Yeah.
We're talking about music. That's
You know,
Well,
there's someone in NASA that
Hey,
their
John.
job is to program Perseverance or the rovers that are on Mars or whatever with music. That's their job.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
With music?
With music.
why,
Mhm.
just in case it runs into an alien, and you're playing like
It
Snoop
plays
Dogg.
Happy Birthday
not?
to itself every year.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, that's right.
I wonder if
And,
that's on it.
That would be so funny.
I love
The
the
Martians are
Rovers. They
like,
make
who
me
the
so
hell is
sad.
this Snoop Dogg? I think he's the leader of the world.
Leader of the galaxy.
Snoop Dogg. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
You should hear that in headphones.
Hey, John,
Yeah.
It's
where
gross.
were you when
Beautiful.
John Lennon got assassinated, John?
I wasn't born.
Not alive.
Yeah.
See, we're
Not
too old for
alive.
that. I
Sadly.
remember I was in
Middle
that.
school. I
don't
think
say-
middle school. Where were
I was watching Monday Night
You
Football.
guys are old.
I was
We
in-
don't say old, we say seasoned.
really.
That's what I feel like I am.
Scientists,
Seasoned.
you're
All right,
seasoned.
all right, Lara, where were you when John
You're
Lennon
a
got
seasoned-
assassinated?
I don't know.
She was
Seasoned
0
mayor.
years old.
0.
That was
We're gonna call
no, I
South
remember it was
Carolina
Monday
that,
Night
a seasoned
Football.
mayor. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
They cut into it.
Yeah.
They cut into it.
Yeah, it was a big deal. Howard Cosell came in and said, "I have horrible, tragic news."
We were young though. I mean,
Right.
what grade? Probably.
Fifth. No. I was getting ready to go
Middle
to high
school, I think.
like 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sad.
Bad.
Aged.
So you love the Beatles?
I do.
Good.
Yeah.
That's kind
I'm
of
testing you.
halfway.
Is
I would say
Beatles-
that's like a halfway.
I'm
I
testing
like
you.
'em.
When is Beatles Fest coming back?
When
Do we
is
know?
Beatles Fest coming back? I'm not
2020
sure.
what?
2022?
I don't
Is
know.
it usually August?
It usually is.
It's the guy
Usually?
that runs it's a slacker.
Yeah.
He's unreliable.
He
like
enjoyed
that.
the year off.
Wow.
We're
Well, hey,
We're
if
closely monitoring the situation.
all right. Well, in the meantime, if you still want to come out, you can, book a VIP laser light show of your own Beatles.
I want to do this.
Yeah,
do
you
it.
should.
That's
I
a
invite-
great fundraiser.
Make sure you get us
You-
the information on that so we can talk about it.
I
on the
will.
show.
The thing
I
that
will.
sucks is you can only. Could you do more than 44, or that's it? It's just number
There's
of
only
seats?
44 seats. I mean, unless you
So
want
the
to throw
answer
in
is
some
no.
beanbags.
'Cause they have
and
the-
it is
oh,
capacity. Like,
you could put beanbags on the floor.
Yes,
It's just
we do
about
have-
looking up at the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
All over.
Yeah.
It's beanbags, right? You have chairs in there now?
I have chairs. We put
But-
beanbags
It's in
in
the
for
planetarium, right?
because for you, just for
Oh,
you,
they're
John.
incredible. You got to bring
Yeah.
them. Get rid of the chairs.
You-
They got to be
No,
all
we
beanbags.
have it. It depends on the audience and whether or not we throw out the beanbags or not. So if it's a special request, we can make that happen.
So how many max could you put in there? Because I would like to do this.
Calculating this.
Yeah, I'm wondering how much I
I'd
can
have
take
to
to the
go back
fundraiser.
and configure the seating
Right, we're
arrangement.
talking
but
after this, Laura.
Yeah,
Laura.
we'll talk. We'll
Yeah.
see what we can do.
I think that'd be a very
I
cool
think you got
fundraiser.
some weight,
A lot of fun.
Right?
Lot of
Like
fun.
Pink Floyd laser light show.
Great event.
fundraiser. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Absolutely.
I drop a couple bucks to the challenger, and then
They make money.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get some campaign
everybody's
money.
happy.
Mm-hmm.
And by
Everybody's
the way, I
happy.
could walk home. Do you guys serve alcohol?
We could. We do have.
Can-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
You see the mayor just walking home after the
I always
laser
walk
light
home
show.
after
Those
the
will
laser.
have
Walk
some.
away.
Is it Space Station Middle Finger from?
Whoa.
Space Station middle
Space
finger.
Station Middle Finger. Yeah, isn't that 18? Is it 18th Street or?
Oh, yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you, by the way, who's a former guest on the show.
Drew
Fox.
Fox.
Yeah. Look at you, Laura.
Well, we want to thank you for coming on.
Thank
you.
you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure to
thank
meet you. I've heard a lot about you. I know the number of people on your board. No, Tom Dapperton's still on the board. Yeah, and then Marty
Marty.
Logas.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And then Dodie.
Dodie.
Oh.
They're all champions of Challenger.
Phil.
They've been around
Phil
for a long
Talon
time. Yep,
on the board.
Phil.
My
Yep.
bad. I'm sorry
Yep.
about that. When, that's
Dewey.
They're all great. Dewey.
Dewey. Who else?
Yeah.
We want to forget people. It's going to
Yeah,
be tough.
yeah, it's all right. They're your
Careful.
bosses.
Yeah, we got a
Be
very
careful.
large board. We've
Yeah.
extended, so.
So we don't want you to forget people.
Yeah.
I think they did a great job in choosing you, and I know you're doing a
Thank
great
you.
job there.
I really appreciate
And
it.
we appreciate you coming on LockPod to talk about this great center, and I'm serious about following it up and trying
all
to.
right, let's make it happen.
I
A lot
love
of
that.
firsts today.
And I've got some goodies that I'm going to leave for you guys.
We're
We
big
have
fans
you.
of free
NASA
stuff.
2021
Awesome.
calendars.
I know.
that. It's great.
I have
We'll get-
some.
we'll get
space
Lindsay a
ice
couple of
cream.
these.
I know one little kid at my
Space.
house that. By the way, have you seen the what are they called?
This is real
The
cool.
Oculus.
Oculus, yeah, that's
And
something
the
that we
one where
want.
you go into the space station.
I have not participated in myself, but I have seen that
Lara.
the program is available.
It is sick.
Yeah.
Like, have you done that?
No.
Anybody? John?
No.
Yeah, Lindsay and I did it. Patrick's got the Oculus, and they have a program on the space station. It is so ridiculously
That's something
cool.
we want to
way
incorporate into
through.
our missions
Oh my
and
God.
possibly,
If you could do stuff like
expanding
that-
into a science center to incorporate all those
So
things. Which
let's say
you're talking
somebody
about.
wants to donate to Challenger or wants to get involved. What's the best way to do it before we let you go?
Give us a call
Yeah.
at 219-989-3250. Visit our website, clcnwi.com. You can reach out to me personally through email, bates@clcnwi.com.
Awesome.
I feel
Yeah.
like
That's
I've been
guy.
on this because of the virtual goggles. I
Because of the
guarantee
Oculus.
you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It feels real. I don't know if I would enjoy the launching part of it. I have a sensitive stomach, so I'd probably throw up everywhere,
I
even
don't-
with an
also good
Oculus.
to know.
me-
Did,
Yeah.
did they do a launch on?
No, it's just you put it on and suddenly you're in the space
But you
station,
could do
which is
like a
nice.
spacewalk. It's crazy. Like you go out and like in your spacesuit, and it's so freaking cool. Kids
Really cool.
nowadays, I would never leave my bedroom. For
Thank
another
you so
reason.
much, guys.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Mayor.
Laura,
Thank
thank
you
you so
very
much. It's a
I'm
pleasure
gonna
to
leave
meet
these
you.
for you.
You're the best. I'm going to give one to my kid. He's going to love this. So
Yes.
I'll leave the rest.
thanks, Laura.
Guys.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Thanks.
Well, that was fun. That's the first time we've had a spacesuit in the studio.
I agree. I'm looking forward when she comes back. So
First time
nice to
anyone
meet you,
said
Laura.
Jupiter Gateway,
Yeah,
something about invertebrates, maximum invertebrates.
it was a great show. Hey, but nobody knew where they were during assassination.
No, they
Ronald
weren't even
Reagan.
alive.
Who was the guy that killed John? Who's the guy, Mr. Beetle?
Well, he knows this.
Who's the guy that killed John Lennon, John?
It's not coming to my mind right now.
What
I
the
should
hell,
feel ashamed
kinda.
about that.
You
I am
should.
ashamed for you.
It's a bad. This is a Beatles quiz we
Beatles.
thought you'd get.
Mark David Chapman.
I was just kidding. It's Mark David Chapman.
Oh,
That's a
boom.
bunch of- Did you? Were you kidding?
No, he wasn't kidding. He forgot.
Instant Research Center.
Where were
back
you
here.
during Reagan's assassination, Kevin?
Kenwood Elementary School. I came home because I always tried to
I know.
watch the Cubs game on
Fifth grade,
WGN. Yeah, like 5th, 6th grade,
We
something
were in
like
the
that.
same- right.
And because obviously we graduated the same year from high school. So 5th or 6th grade, walked home like I always did, wanted to go watch the Cubs game. There's the news. Because
Yep.
it was like early afternoon.
I was in
think, so.
California. I was. It was like 11 in the morning.
Mhm.
And no. This was. I was in 5th grade, so I was thinking of Challenger when I was. But yeah, I remember that they canceled school. The rest
Those
of
are
the
all
day.
these 80s memories.
Yep.
Hey, before we leave, and I know you want to wrap up, just a reminder, Ryan Riethel was on Tuesday, and he mentioned the blood drive that's out at the IBEW today from, I think it's from 7. Lindsay, when does it start? Do you have that? You got it? What do you got?
I do not have that.
Hold on, we got it here. I want to make sure. I want to say it's 9 a.m. to 7.
Blood drive today, Friday, March 19, 2021, from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at IBEW Local 697, 7200 Mississippi Street in Maryville.
They're going to have basketball games on there and everything, so it's
Yeah.
going to be kind of a cool thing. They've got prizes, neat things, so go there. Give blood. Everybody needs to give blood.
Thanks. You got anything, John?
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat, and for some reason, it's turned into this conversation about getting Dave Matthews Band to Festival of the Lakes.
I don't
Marissa
think that's
does
impossible.
not like that idea.
I don't think that's impossible. I'll be honest with you. It would be super expensive, and I think we could have a humongous venue. I think we could expand the venue traditionally out.
What I would like to see somebody come and promote that and bring Dave Matthews. And, it's just, I mean,
it'd be
it'd have to work.
$1 million.
Yeah, that's a lot
which
of money.
is way above our
a lot
budget.
of money.
Marissa hates.
They're
Dave's
the worst.
Matthews Band.
I'm with
So does
Marissa
Jana.
on this, man. They're the most. I'm going
got
to
a
say it
weird
right here.
voice.
Boom, here
Dave
we go.
Matthews
Listen.
is the most overrated band in the history of
Agreed.
music.
There you go.
I
He
think
dropped
he's- I
poop
think
on a
he's-
boat in Chicago.
Well, through a bridge, but yeah. Who's counting? They also did
And then
that.
they denied that it happened, but paid the damages.
They did
anyway.
that huge concert at Southworks
Yeah,
on the south side of Chicago.
that's right.
Don't
Which
they
is-
do a concert on the that river over there on the border of Indiana and Illinois by Chicago?
Not sure.
Do you
Every
guys
time I
like
worked
Dave
on the
Matthews?
boat docks, they.
I'm
they
like,
I'm not
always-
allowed to.
I'm mediocre on them, John.
You're
Like,
not allowed to.
I used
like
to, and then I got married to Marissa, and she's like feels strongly about it too.
She
So does Jana.
hates
Marissa would
them.
like
Jana's the same way. She's just
if
like,
I was listening
"Nah,
to
I
Dave
don't like
Matthews.
him."
Marissa's like, I don't like Dave Matthews.
she'll turn
It's
it
like-
off.
I think Dave
Wow.
Matthews is incredible personally.
She has
but-
a personal vendetta against Dave Matthews for some
yeah.
strange
If like something that's very popular, like Marissa has a tendency not to be on board. with
Oh.
popular
No,
Not
because
music.
she has good taste, Dad.
No, of course.
Crashing
Not
the
as-
especially in
river.
There you
especially
go, right?
in men.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially men.
Yes,
Wow.
she had good taste in this guy.
That's questionable.
So far.
So anyway, great show. Nice to see you guys. We got one more before we wrap up season
Wow.
2. Season 2's been memorable. I don't know what we did,
It's been
but
weird.
I love how we have seasons. I think it's really cool.
It's nice to have
Get a
The
couple
season
weeks
wrap up on
Springtime.
Tuesday,
Therapy.
then we'll come back post Easter,
Oh boy.
All right.
rejuvenated.
Very nice. Springtime. It's good. Like spring awakening.
Yep, we'll come back. I'm going to make a major political announcement.
All right. Either Tuesday or when we
We'll
come
see
back.
it.
We'll just
figure it
keep
out.
stringing you out.
That's a good idea. People will listen.
Yeah. All right, guys. Nice to talk to you. You've listened to
See you
Belgium's,
Tuesday.
Belgium's top-rated podcast. Now you know why. John Vesmark, great job on the production today, featuring Lindsay McDermott Prosco, or
LM.
Lump, whatever. we
Lamp.
No,
call it.
Lamp.
Lamp.
Lamp. We're going with Lamp.
The notorious LMP.
Feature. LMP. I like that.
The
Nice.
LMP is
notorious
way-
LMP.
Notorious LMP.
That's your new name.
I like.
That's
I
it.
think
I like-
That's, right. That's my new name.
I
No
like-
longer
Boom.
featuring.
That's the one.
Notorious LMP.
And then my great co-host, Kevin Smith,
The Caboose.
the Caboose,
Thank you.
the one that keeps us on track.
We're trying.
Yep.
Thank you to our sponsors.
That's the job of the
And
Caboose. Is to keep us on
Locomotive,
track.
emphasis on the Loco, Tom McDermott.
That's right. That's right. Loco.
And thanks
I
to
put the
Lara, that
Loco
was
in
a-
Locomotive.
Oh, yes, you do.
Notorious
you do
LMP.
put the Loco and
I
Locomotive.
like this. I was doing pretty good. Thanks to Laura Gonzalez Bates for visiting us.
Yeah, Laura was great.
And she did a great job with kids all across the region. And you've been listening to Lockpod, the one and only. I'll see you on Tuesday for the final show of season 2. Thanks,
Have a good
everybody.
weekend, everybody.